Hey Eagles, this is Miss Swingross. This week we are going to be making recycled art sculptures. Now, what is a sculpture? So on my next slide, sculptures. Here's an example of a sculpture. The materials that you can use, that's typically what you would use to make a sculpture. Our purpose discussion, why would you need to make a sculpture, or why do people create sculptures? And then the difference. How is a sculpture different than artwork done on flat paper? Do you think that it has a different feeling or emotion to it sometimes? So the most important thing is that your sculptures are going to be 3D, three-dimensional. That means that it's going to have length, it's going to have width, and it's going to have height. These are some examples of some 3D shapes. Remember a couple weeks ago we did 2D shape drawings, but these are examples of some 3D shapes. So your sculpture is going to be coming off the page. It's got to be standing up. These are some examples. You can make a toilet paper tube character. You could actually, if you don't have toilet paper tubes, you can use a paper towel tube and cut it in half. You can just make one character. You can make a couple more. These are some examples. You could have a duo, superhero duo. These are some that I have found on the internet. So they don't just have to be characters. They can be characters from a movie, or like here's some students making some. These guys were in kindergarten last year. This was from 3rd grade. So it helps if you just have a wide variety of just things that you want to make or use to make yours with. There's some pipe cleaners, cotton balls. You can use liquid glue. Just remember to use a little bit of it, or stick glue that we like to call it. You can also create your very own playground. We know this year, whenever we come back, since they are building the new building, we don't really have a playground. But if you had your choice, what would you make for a playground? You get to become an engineer. So these are some student examples. You can bend the paper, fold the paper, curl the paper up. I really like how some of these students layered on top because it adds a lot of visual interest. They even made themselves standing up on their playground. Aren't these neat? You can make just an abstract paper sculpture. All you would need is paper, different types of paper. Most of these are construction paper, but if you guys have pieces of magazine at home or cardstock or any kind of paper that you can find would work. Here are some techniques. So if you want to roll it, loop it, curl it, etc. This is for cardboard. I've included another video about cardboard sculpture if that's an option that you want to do. Here's some more for paper sculptures, and there's one for cardboard as well. I tried to put all of my resources into one kit and caboodle. But here is one that you can use pipe cleaners or wire for. Pipe cleaners, I know you can get a pack of 50 at the dollar store. And here they just use pipe cleaners and some cotton balls. You can make figures. You could do an abstract wire sculpture. That would be cool. Be careful with these ends. Sometimes they can get a little sharp. Tin foil sculptures. I know some of our middle school students did this project this year. You could do figures. A lot of people have tinfoil already at their home. It's going to create a nice texture. And here, I put this one on here because kids like to experiment putting markers on the tinfoil, and that's super cute. You can make a crown for yourself, crown for your baby doll. And here is a video. This lady made one about foil figures, people. Here is a video on 3D printing. I think these are so awesome. And our very own Lincoln Library has one of these. They are not open just quite yet, but if you're ever in there, whenever you walk in over to the far right, they have the 3D printer over there. This is also a cute video, and it's going to talk about the difference in 3D and 2D. Here is that abstract sculpture with cardboard, and for that, all you need is like a cereal box or a Swiss cake roll box if you're at my house, and some scissors, and you can make a sculpture. My 4th and 5th grade students, this is your artist statement. I copied this directly off of what we always use in class. I even put the link to what I would be showing you. You can write them on a piece of paper, or you can put them in your art journal that is on your Google Drive and just share me on it so that I can read it. These are some prompts that you can use to write about. You don't have to use all these questions. You can just write. But remember, I want 8 sentences, capitals, punctuation, all that jazz. And here's some extra resources. Thank you guys. I love you and I miss you.